time for talking is drawing to a close, and the time for action is coming fast upon us.
Promises of justice for the Bobo family, thanks in part to a key new piece of crucial evidence, Holly Bobo's skull. Today, investigators were back out scouring the scene as her family grieves their loss.
Tonight, we have live team coverage of this developing story, and we begin with News Channel 5's Nick Barris. He has exclusive details on what the skull discovery means to this case against two men accused of killing Holly Bobo. Nick?
Well, Rory, I'll tell you, that evidence is physical proof that Holly Bobo is now dead. The discovery of her skull, it is a crucial piece of evidence, but defense attorneys tell me today they're not concerned. Holly Bobo's skull was found in this heavily wooded area just off I-40 in Decatur County. This comes more than 3 years after she disappeared. Now Zach Adams and Jason Autry are charged with her murder, and the case against them is growing.
It will be some time before we know the full extent of everything that we've got.
But at this news conference with the Bobo family this morning, new District Attorney Matt Stowe made it clear the skull is a big deal for the prosecution.
I came into office 9 days ago prepared to try a murder case with no body. I now have a body, so it's going to be much easier.
Well, for the prosecution, they would be able to show the first prong of a murder charge, and that is that someone's actually died.
News Channel 5 legal analyst Nick Leonardo says that's key when you're prosecuting two men for murder, especially when up until now most of the evidence was thought to be circumstantial.
It's a much bigger deal for the prosecution than it is for the defense.
So what about the defendants? Will Bobo's physical remains implicate them? Fletcher Long is Jason Autry's attorney.
We don't know who's responsible for her death.
Long says the new evidence does not change his defense strategy, and he cautions those who rush to judgment, saying the discovery of a skull does not necessarily mean that Jason Autry killed Holly Bobo.
But they still have to prove that it was we. And that's the part, the nexus between us and the demise of anyone is what has to be established. It's not something that we have to prove or disprove. It's something the government has got to prove. And thus far, we haven't seen anything that would link Mr. Autry to any bad actions in relation to Miss Bobo, or that he took any actions, good or bad, relative to Miss Bobo.
Prosecutors do say they're going to make the case. And there's this. The DA said today he's going to meet soon with Holly Bobo's family to make the decision on whether or not to seek the death penalty in this case, Rory.
And Nick, the sheriff said there may be more arrests?
Yeah, you know, he said today that it's possible there will be other arrests in the very near future, others possibly connected to the case. To quote the sheriff, who says he's going to be working this very hard, they can run, but they can't hide.